Shri Shiras Viharini Juki Jay. Vrajkishori Sahiva Trust continues the reading of the Shiksha Patra, Shri Haridaiji Bade Ektalis Patra. And today is day 98, letter 39, verses 1 to 3. Introduction. This 39th letter instructs us to keep good association through which we will have established the Lord firmly in our hearts. First we should hear about the 8-syllable pair of dedication, then we must ponder upon its deepest meaning and implications. We must fix our mind unswervingly upon our service to the Lord, for such service is the focal point of a devotee's life. We should only act in such a way as will improve our devotion. Although it is not easy to properly worship the Lord, through service he may be brought under the devotee's sway. Thus those who are directly involved in serving the Lord are truly blessed. This is explained in this letter. Within the path of grace, the form of the Lord who is to be served is nectar-filled Krishna, as previously described. This letter will also tell us how best to associate with accomplished devotees. Verse 1. Through good association, your heart and mind will become set upon the Lord. You will have heard the 8-syllable prayer of dedication as described in previous letters. Now you must ponder upon its meaning with deep respect. Sri Haridaiji now tells us that good association leads to the Lord being firmly established in our hearts and minds. In his Navaratna, the 9 Jewels treatise, Sri Acharyaji has written, recall your dedication to the Lord in the company of other skilled devotees. Nivedanam tu smartavyam sarvata tadrisher janehi. When you always do this, the Lord will most certainly become fixed in your consciousness. In the 11th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Krishna teaches Uddhavji, neither yoga nor sankhya, nor righteousness, study of the Vedas, austerities, renunciation, nor pouring oblations into the sacred fire, works of public utility, bestowal of gifts, fasts, ceremonial worship, nor the chanting of mantra, pilgrimage, vows of self-control and self-abnegation, nor any other practice can win me over such as the gathering together of pure souls or satsang. Therefore know satsang to be very important, and that you as a devotee of the path of grace should seek such association. After hearing the 8-syllable mantra of dedication from a descendant of Sri Vallabhacharyaji, you must respectfully investigate its deepest meaning. Sri Krishna's name is the essence of all scriptural teachings and is full of the nectar of divine love. You should ponder, this is the Sri Krishna to whom I have surrendered. I have heard his name by the grace of Sri Acharyaji. Whilst thus reflecting, you should incessantly repeat this prayer, most respectfully. Verses 2 and 3. Take the decision to very expertly serve the Lord. Show respect to Vaishnavas and other devotees on a par with serving Sri Krishna. His service can be regarded as the cause and the growth of devotion as the effect, and the growth of devotion as the effect. Serve therefore with increased ardour as you realize service to thus be the foundation of all activity. The Lord is satisfied by service, and his service is most enjoyable. Note to verse 3a. Know your devotion to be growing when your surrender to the Lord emulates that of the Vraja Gopis, and b. Serving the Lord and Vaishnavas leads to the growth of your surrender, and thus you'd recognize it as the cause and the effect of both. You should serve the Lord in the best possible way and with a heart full of love, according to the ways of the path of grace. For a Vaishnava devotee of the path of grace, this service is the natural way of life, or swadharma. In the 9th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Krishna himself states, a devotee of mine who has the direct experience of serving me never has the slightest desire for any one of the 4 types of liberation, because that devotee is fulfilled through their service. So what to speak of wanting any other temporary reward like kingship or a place in heaven? In the 3rd canto it is stated, to the demoness Putana, whose intention was to slay the Lord with the deadly poison on her nipples, he granted a destiny worthy of a mother. So in whom other than this compassionate Lord would you take shelter? Notes to this tika of verse 2. A. The word used here for mother is dhatri, which is specifically used for a lady who breastfeeds a child. And B. Here the Lord grants great joy to one who approaches him with the express intention of giving him pain. Thus it is said that his compassion is matchless. In the 8th canto, Brahmaji states, by watering the roots of a tree, all the parts, both large and small, of the tree are satisfied. Similarly, by worship Vishnu, all divinities and beings are honoured. Therefore, With the understanding of these statements and knowing it to be the ultimate pious act and path, you should serve the Lord every day in a loving way, and thereafter honour other devotees with the foodstuffs and cloth that you have offered within that service. The Lord will surely bless those devotees who thus serve him and the Vaishnavas. You may make humble submission before the Lord with the sole intention of attaining him, and then he may become filled with compassion and bless you with increased devotion. Sri Gosaiji has written in his Vignapti treatise, I do not possess the tiniest bit of the kind of devotion which can earn your grace. Therefore, O beloved of Sri Radhaji, please bless me in such a way that I may obtain the humility through which I might become worthy of your grace. Any intention that I may have to please my beloved will be futile without his union, and so, O friend, I am now alive only to renounce all shame. I am impure in mind, speech, body, action, knowledge, and worship, in fact, in every way. I cannot even count in how many ways. These words are my supplication, and they are full of offence and hypocrisy, and my mind is tired of wondering if there will ever be an end to such impurities. My faults are very strong, but they are rendered weak by your grace, for you are the Lord, and grace is your essence, whilst I am an embodied soul, so therefore full of faults. The faults of such a soul cannot stand strong before your lordly grace. Living without your sight is like long life for a young widow. In this very way, humble and heartfelt supplication may be made towards the attainment of the Lord. I am very impure, but you are my Lord, and I have taken shelter in you through Sri Acharyaji. Therefore, please grace me. The Lord becomes compassionate when he sees such humility, because it indicates that her heart is becoming full of love for him. Therefore, serve the Lord with humility in order to satisfy him. It is very joyful to serve the Lord, and the Lord enjoys such service and will then not allow obstructions in service such as disease or other complications, and so his unobstructed joyful service will become lifelong for such devotees. That's the end of verse 3. We continue tomorrow with, on day 99, in letter 39, we will continue with verse 4. Aaj ke Anand ki jai ho. सब वैष्णवों को जय श्री कृष्ण, श्री आचार्य जी की जय, श्री गोसाई जी की जय, जय जय श्री राधे।